Last Sunday morning at the National Weather Service office on Long Island, New York, an award was given out for the very first time. The recipient has been taking weather observations for the government for 84 years, making him the nation's longest-serving volunteer weather observer. Richard Hendrickson took his first observation for the U.S. Weather Bureau, the predecessor to the modern National Weather Service, in 1929, when he was 18 years old and Herbert Hoover was president. Since then, the farmer from Bridgehampton, New York, has logged more than 30,000 days of weather data collection as part of the National Weather Service's Cooperative Observer Program, taking once-per-day temperature and precipitation observations. Now age 101, he's the first observer in the history of the program to serve for more than 8 decades. So this new 80-year service award has been named in his honor. The Cooperative Observer Program dates back to 1890, when Congress transferred the nation's weather services from the Department of War to the Department of Agriculture, and in doing so also established a system to recruit and train volunteers across the country to become weather observers. Over the years, this program has become the bedrock of the U.S. Climate Data Collection Network, because long and continuous weather records are essential to provide an accurate picture of a region's climate. Today, more than 8,700 volunteers are part of the program, and unlike the weather observations we typically show you on TV, which are almost all from airports, the data from cooperative observers are representative of where people live, work, and play, with many observing sites on farms, in urban and suburban areas, parks, and even mountaintops. Pennsylvania currently has about 165 active cooperative observation sites. And speaking of mountaintops, several are at elevations of 2,000 feet or higher in Somerset, Potter, and Cambria counties, the most lofty at 2,730 feet at Laurel Summit in Somerset County. Now here's how these cooperative observing sites are distributed among Pennsylvania's 67 counties. Most have 1, 2, 3, or 4. A few have 5, 6, or 7, while several counties don't have any currently active cooperative observing sites. To fill in those gaps and expand the data collection network, a program called the Community Collaborative Rain, Hail, and Snow Network, WxYz for short, was introduced in Pennsylvania in 2004. Today, that network includes hundreds of observers in the state who report only precipitation, rain, hail, and snow, once per day. Adams and Montgomery counties have the most WxYz observers. More than 50 are currently collecting data in both counties. As for observing sites that have been around a long time, there are more than 20 cooperative sites in Pennsylvania that began collecting data in the late 1800s and are still going today. The longest running include Clarion, Newcastle, Ridgeway, Warren, and 2 in Chester County, Westchester and Phoenixville. Fred is back next with the extended forecast.